Toxic connections often disguise themselves as love, comfort, or familiarity. They may begin with intensity, passion, or even spiritual synchronicity, but over time, they erode self-worth, peace, and inner clarity. These bonds tend to feed off unhealed wounds, old trauma patterns, and subconscious beliefs about what love should look like. The soul recognizes the misalignment even when the heart refuses to see. Toxic relationships are not always loud or explosive. Some are quiet manipulations, subtle dismissals, or chronic invalidation. The danger lies not just in what is said or done, but in what is consistently denied. Your truth, your needs, your light. Over time, your identity may start to shrink inside that connection, as you try to be smaller to keep the peace, more agreeable to avoid conflict, or more forgiving just to survive. Energetically, toxic connections often create cords of attachment that feel draining rather than nurturing. Instead of feeling energized after spending time together, you feel exhausted, anxious, or emotionally depleted. The spiritual body begins to send signals: confusion, restlessness, recurring dreams, or gut-level dread that something is off. These relationships often play out karmic lessons. You may feel deeply drawn to the person as if you've known them in another life, but instead of peace, the connection brings chaos, obsession, or emotional volatility. This is not a sign of destiny, but of a soul contract meant to teach boundaries, self-love, and the courage to walk away. Toxic partners often reflect back your deepest fears. They may trigger your abandonment wounds, rejection trauma, or feelings of unworthiness. Yet, these mirrors are sacred in their own painful way. They reveal where healing must occur. They force you to confront what you've tolerated, silenced, or sacrificed in the name of love. One of the most deceptive traits of toxic connections is the cycle of highs and lows. Intense passion followed by withdrawal, sweetness followed by coldness, love bombing followed by neglect. This emotional roller coaster becomes addictive to the nervous system. It creates trauma bonds, not true intimacy. There may be spiritual confusion within these connections. You may receive signs, dreams, or synchronicities that make you believe this person is your twin flame, soulmate, or divine partner. But spiritual signs do not excuse emotional harm. Love that's truly divine will not consistently cause fear, confusion, or despair. Leaving a toxic connection is not just a physical act, it's an energetic detox. You must untangle from the guilt, the fantasy, and the false hope. It's a return to your center, where clarity lives. Often the hardest part isn't walking away. It's unlearning the idea that pain is proof of love. Forgiveness in these situations doesn't mean forgetting what happened or inviting the person back in. It means releasing the emotional grip they have on your spirit. It's choosing your peace over your past. It's honoring the lesson without reliving the wound. Toxic connections can involve romantic partners, family, friends, or even spiritual teachers. No title or bloodline justifies abuse or consistent harm. The soul cares more about truth than tradition. It knows when something is no longer aligned, and it will keep whispering until you listen. Once you leave, the healing begins in layers. You may grieve the illusion of what you thought the connection could be. You may miss the idea of them more than the reality. But with each boundary you set, with each truth you reclaim, you rebuild your relationship with yourself. True love should not require you to abandon yourself. It should not confuse you into staying silent, small, or stuck. A divine partnership feels like expansion, not constriction. A safe love holds space for your wholeness. It celebrates your light and respects your boundaries. Healing from toxic love often means reparenting yourself, tending to the parts of you that were willing to settle, that mistook chaos for passion or control for care. It's a sacred return to the love you deserved all along. Sometimes, the most spiritual thing you can do is walk away, to choose yourself, to say, no more. This is how cycles end. This is how lineage patterns are broken. This is how you show the universe what you're ready to receive instead. You are not broken because you loved someone who could not meet you with the same depth. You are not naive because you hoped. You are human. And your capacity to love even in pain is not a weakness, but a sacred strength. In time, your spirit will thank you for walking away. Not because you didn't love them, but because you finally chose to love yourself more. That decision echoes across timelines and dimensions. It becomes the foundation for every aligned relationship to come. There is beauty in the wreckage. What remains after the storm is truth. What rises from the ashes is you. Stronger, clearer, sovereign. Toxic love may have broken parts of you open, but it also carved out space for something sacred to be born. You are not the pain you endured. You are the soul that survived it, and what you create from this healing. The boundaries, the standards, the self-devotion will be the most powerful love story of your life.